Hello, I'm going to tell you about the Buddha. So, to me, one fact about the Buddha and the foundation of Buddhism is more important than anything else. And that is that he was an ordinary person like you and me. So, we need to keep that in mind all the time when we're trying to practice, because a lot of us get into this idea of I'm not good enough, and we want to challenge that. We want to challenge that every chance we get, because the truth is, the Buddha was an ordinary person. He was a guy who was very well off, and he had all the things he needed, and he realized that still life didn't satisfy him. And I think that we feel that way today as well. Life is not satisfying. There are inherent worries and emotional baggage and struggles that we all have. If nothing else, just the slow approach of aging and death. We all have this, and we all struggle with this. And the Buddha, before he was the Buddha, he was a prince, and his name was Gautama, and he had all his needs provided for, but he realized he still wasn't happy. I like to compare him to these like rock stars who get really successful and they achieve all their dreams, and then they realize they're still not happy. So they turn to drugs, or in really unfortunate circumstances, they even kill themselves because they got everything they wanted and they still weren't happy. I think the man that became the Buddha, he had everything he could possibly want, but he realized life is still not satisfying. And that is what we are trying to realize. We are trying to find the way out of suffering just like he did. But I think it's just really, really important that we always keep in mind, he was not a magical being, he was not a saint, he was not a god, he was not a spirit, he was a man. And because he was an ordinary person like we are, and he had the same mental faculties and abilities that we have, we can do what he did. We can walk the path to enlightenment. We can cultivate our awareness and compassion to lessen the suffering of ourselves and others. That is why the Buddha and his nature as a human being is really important to me. Thank you for taking the time to listen.